So good morning, good afternoon, or any time you're going to watch this video. So the first chapter is already discussed in the class, that is through offline class. So unit number 2 is foreign exchange market. So the reason for starting this recorded classes is because if I take online classes also, many are inconvenient with the timings. Because of that, I'm going to do the recording classes, which is anybody can access it any time they want. Whenever they want to study, they can open and they can study the concepts. So the second chapter is the foreign exchange market. The foreign exchange market is nothing but, so these are all the contents before starting the meaning and certain things. So this is your syllabus. Function is there, structure is there, types is there, determination of exchange rate is there, where you can have certain simple problems for the calculations. And the one more is the exchange rate determination is there, and the exchange rate behavior is there. So these are all the certain contents you're going to study in the unit number 2, that is foreign exchange market. So you may already came across this word foreign exchange market. This is not quite what you can say the new word. So the foreign exchange market, here in the international financial management, we are going to study internationally, not national wise or domestic wise. We are going to study international wise, that is nothing but out of the boundary. Take for example, if this is our India, this is nothing but domestic. Here we are going to study across the country borders. We are going to cross these borders of India, and we are going to make the or exchange of goods and services or any kind of currencies or anything outside the India. That is nothing but foreign exchange market. International financial management is nothing but we want to do the transaction outside the borders of the country. We are going to do with USA or Europe or London or Japan or anything. That is nothing but international financial management. Likewise, the financial management, it is nothing but internationally we are going to do the transaction. That is one thing. So coming to the foreign exchange market. Foreign exchange market is nothing but, so it is a place where one country currency is exchanged for other country currencies. Or you can see the meaning. The foreign exchange market is a place wherein the currencies of different countries are bought and sold. You can understand the things, where one country currency is exchanged for another country currencies. Take for example, if you want to purchase or import 100 iPhones from USA. Take for example, if you want to buy 100 iPhone from USA, you need to pay, as an Indian you need to pay for US in US dollars, not in Indian rupees. You are having Indian currency, but you can't pay the same to the USA. That is not possible. For that, what you need to make, you need to make the exchange giving Indian rupee for US dollars. Take for example, currently there is 1 US dollar equals rupees 86 rupees. Hope you can understand. Take for example, to buy 100 iPhones, the cost is rupees 10 lakh rupees. This 10 lakh rupees you can't pay it in rupees form, we need to pay it in dollars. What we'll do, we'll go to the foreign exchange bank, we are going to exchange US currencies or Indian currency with the US currency, then you're going to make the payment for taking these 100 iPhones from USA. That is a procedure. Whatever the transaction you make with other countries, we need to pay as per their denomination and not with our denomination. Maybe with the USA or with the Japan. If you are purchasing from China, you're going to pay yuan, or if it's from UK, you'll pay pound sterling, or with Switzerland, you're going to pay Swiss francs. Like that, for different countries, we have different currencies. That is nothing but foreign exchange market. The meaning is exchange of one country currency with another country currency. That is the meaning of foreign exchange market. And this market runs 5 days a week and 24/7, because here there is no physical facility or physical bank is not there, or physical market is not there, physical existence is not there. It is everything is through online. As you can see, it operates 24 hours a day, 5 days a week across different time zones. As per their time zones, they want to work. The foreign exchange market is there. So, and it is also called as OTC market, over the counter market, or the forex market, or the foreign market. So this is the meaning of foreign exchange market. So what are the advantages why we want to do the foreign exchange market? One is to have a currency conversion. If you want to export or import, you need to convert the currency. That is a one advantage. One more is determines the exchange rate. Through the demand and supply of US dollars, we are going to fix what is the rate for one US dollar. That is one more important advantage. Next is provides liquidity. Provides liquidity is nothing but, as I told, the foreign exchange market works 24 hours. It works 24 hours. The benefit is you can make transaction at any time. You can convert the currencies anytime. That is one of the main advantage. So that is nothing but provides liquidity. Next, facilitates international trade. For example, as I told, you want to make the payment as per the foreign currencies. What it will do? It will give more importance towards the international trade. It will persuade you to do more of international trade, is nothing but exchange of goods and services. That's one more advantage. Next is manages currency risk. The currency risk is nothing but, take for example, as I told, today the US dollar is 1 US dollar equals 86 rupees. Tomorrow it may go for 100, or it may go 200, like that. It may move, but it manages the currency risk. Foreign exchange market is such a market where the manages currency risk. This kind of movement it will not provide. This is not going to happen because of RBI is there. Take for example, if the 1 US dollar is rupees 100 to 150 or 200, if these kind of movements are coming, then obviously what RBI will do, RBI will put some restrictions on this. This kind of fluctuation is avoided, so it manages currency risk. Next, sixth one, supports speculation and investment. Speculation is nothing but we are going to see the future, or we are going to forecast this might be the US dollar. If it is 100, we are going to forecast it might go to 150 or 200. This speculation is also allowed by foreign exchange market. That is also one of the advantage. So next is structure or participants. Who are all the participants are there? What is the structure of foreign exchange market? One is interbank. Interbank is nothing but where you can make the exchange of currencies. That is interbank. If you want to make any transaction with other countries, here you can make the exchange of the currencies. Like for example, if you want to make transaction with the US dollars, then you need to pay as per the US dollar, or with the Japanese yen or Chinese yuan, like that. And then electronic trading platforms. This is also one of the important platforms because, as I told, it works 24 hours a day and there is no physical existence, and everything is through electrical form or e-form or through online. These platforms, take for example in a Indian market, if you want to do the stock market, we have the platforms like Zerodha is there, Upstock is there, Grow is there, like that. To do the foreign exchange market, we have certain trading platforms like electronic broking services, or some the terminal is there, or the dealing platforms are there. So this is also one of the participants. If they're asking question structure or participants, this is the answer you're going to write for the examination. So one more is retail forex brokers. Take for example, in India, the main bank is Apex Bank, or the main body is RBI, that is Reserve Bank of India. Like that, we have commercial banks like the many commercial banks like Canara Bank is there, or HDFC Bank is there, or Yes Bank is there. Like that, there are certain commercial banks. For them, these are all the brokers. The forex market or forex brokers are nothing but they are also participants. What this person will do? This person will do the transaction for commercial banks. So these are also considered as participants. Next, the fourth one is the central bank. The central bank is nothing but, as I told, for India, the central bank is RBI, that is Reserve Bank of India. And if you're considering USA, in USA the main body or the apex body is the federal bank. That nothing but the RBI controls the whole economy of India, or controls the whole monetary transaction of India with other banks. how RBI is a participant or the structure for foreign exchange market. As I told, that currency risk, as I told, it may move to 100 to 150 or 200. This fluctuation is controlled through RBI. RBI is involving in foreign exchange market, so it is also one of the participants. Then commercial and investment bank, as I told, commercial banks like S Bank, HDFC Bank or Canara Bank, or take any other banks. These are all the participants to make the currency conversions. So the next is corporation and importers. So the corporation, importers or exporters. Importers or exporters are nothing but, if you want to, as I told, give an example of iPhones. If you want to import something, we need to be a participant, or export something, we need to be a participant. So these are all the participants of foreign exchange market. Then speculators and investors. What investors will do, they will buy some currency from US dollars tomorrow or the next week or some other time, they will sell it to make the profit. They are also participants for foreign exchange market. We can call investors as the participants because we are going to do the cross-border transaction. We are going to buy the currency of US. That is nothing but we are going to cross our limit, our border, that is India. So they are also participants. Coming to the hedgers and arbitrators. So hedgers are nothing but, hedgers are the persons who are going to protect themselves from the risk. They don't want to take the risk. They don't want to go under the loss. They are very risk averse people. These hedgers are nothing but risk averse people. They want to protect themselves from risk. So arbitrators are opposite to the hedgers, because arbitrators are different, where they want to take the risk to make the profit. Here hedgers are not going to take the risk. They don't want to take the risk. Understand? Are you able to understand? Hedgers are not going to take risk. They want to protect themselves from risk. But arbitrators are not like that. They want to take the risk to make the profit. Got it? They seek to profit from price discrepancies. That is nothing but if the volatility is there, or the changes is there, or the flexibility is there in the currency, through that they are going to take the risk, they are going to invest, they are going to make the profit. So these are all the participants or the structure of foreign exchange market. So coming to the types of foreign exchange market or the settlement. So this is also important question. The previous question is also important, where the structure and participants is also important. So coming to the types of transaction, what are the transactions that we are going to have in foreign exchange market? So there are how many types? There are 5 types. One is spot, forward, that is future, swap is there, and option is there. Because we have problems regarding this, you want to know the theory very well so you can do the problems, so we can understand. So the first one is spot transaction. So under the spot transaction, spot itself indicates spot transaction is nothing but immediate transaction. Spot, we call it as on spot or spot transaction. What happens in a spot transaction? In the spot transaction, immediate exchange of currencies. There is no waiting time or the waiting line. Spot transaction means nothing but immediate you are going to pay the money, immediate you are going to do the exchange or the transaction. That is, we call it as T plus 2. T plus 2 is nothing but transaction day plus 2 working days. Take for example, if you are doing the transaction on Monday, it will be done. Monday is nothing but transaction day. Next day Tuesday plus Wednesday. By end of the Wednesday, your transaction is done. Hope you can understand. If you are doing transaction on Monday, T plus 2 is nothing but Monday, plus 2 is nothing but Tuesday, Wednesday. By the end of the Wednesday, you are going to have the transaction or done with the transaction. Done. Spot market is nothing but immediate exchange of currencies or immediate transaction is going to carried out. The second one is forward transaction. So there are two things which are very similar, the forward and future. Both are used as interchangeably. You are going to use this words, forward and future. So forward and future is nothing but, take for example, forward transaction is nothing but it's a kind of we call it as contract between two parties or agreement between two parties, where they are going to decide what is the exchange rate I need to pay, at what time I'm going to make the transaction after few days. Take for example 50 days, 60 days or 90 days. In future I'm going to make the transaction on the particular day, in a particular day, but the rate is fixed today. Today I'm going to fix the price. Take for example I want to buy 100 iPhones, that I will pay after 3 months. After 90 days I will pay, but for one iPhone rupees 1 lakh, that I'm going to fix it today. Today I'm going to fix, after 90 days I'm going to pay the amount. Hope you can understand. Here in the forward transaction we are going to fix the exchange rate, what I need to pay after 3 months or after 60 days. We are going to fix the price, then I'm going to make the transaction. Same like future transaction, same is future transaction, but in the future transaction we are going to decide what is the exchange rate plus when I'm going to make the transaction plus the date. And the future transaction is carried out by the future transaction is carried out by regulated body. So by this difference we can see what exactly the difference of the forward as well as future. Done. So as you know, the forward contract is an agreement, the future is also same. Here we are going to fix the exchange rate, what I need to make in the future days. Here in the future contract, what is the exact price plus the date of transaction. So this is a unique contract, it is a standard contract. Why standard contract? Because the regulatory body is there. Here there is no regulatory body. Next, settlement. When you are going to do the settlement, upon the maturity, till the maturity you can't make the settlement in forward contract, but the future contract is not like that. You can make the transaction anytime you want. There is one more advantage in the future contract. Regulation. No body is regulated here. There is no single body that regulates this forward contract, but the future it is regulated by stock market. Next, trading, over the counter. As I told, foreign exchange market is also called as over the counter, that is called as forward market. The future market, it is organized exchange platform is there. So this is the forward and future. So the fourth one is swap transaction. Swap transaction is nothing but simultaneous purchase and sale of specific amount of one country for another country currency. Simultaneously we do the transaction. Immediately we are going to exchange purchase or sale of two country currencies with different value dates. That's very simple one. So last one is option transaction. Same like future and forward, this is also a contract between two parties. One is the buyer and the seller will be there, and here the buyer has the right. You can see here, buyer has the right but not the obligation. The buyer has the right, he can do the things but not the obligation. It is not compulsory that I need to settle the things or I need to do the transaction compulsory. There is no obligation, but there is a right to buy or sell. One more thing, be very clear, buy is nothing but call option. We call it as call. Buy is nothing but call option. If I say in the international terms or in the IFM terms, the call is nothing but buy. We are not going to say buy, we call it as call. In foreign exchange market we don't say always buy and sell, we call it as call. Call is nothing but buy. One more is sell. Sell is nothing but put option. In foreign exchange market we are not going to use the term sell, instead of that you are using put. It is called as put option. If you want to buy, it is called as call option. If you want to sell, it is called as put option of specific asset or stocks or commodity or currency. Whatever you are going to do the contract on, whatever the particular commodity or the currencies or the anything you can take. Done. So this is all the types of foreign exchange market. So one more important concept of this chapter is quotations. Quotations is very much important. So foreign exchange quotation is nothing but, as you know, foreign exchange rate. So foreign exchange rate is nothing but the rate at which one country currency is purchased for another country currency. The first one is the direct quote. Under exchange rate quotation, there are two things. One is direct quote, one more is indirect quote. You can see here, one more direct quote, one is indirect quote. What is quotation? So quotation is nothing. We're going to quote that $1 equals rupees 86 rupees. This is quotation. We are going to quote something. Hope you can understand. Quotation is not what we are going to fix the price. What is the price for the currency? So under that we had direct and indirect quote. Be very careful with these words. It is very important because the entire chapter is based on these particular words. One is direct, one more is indirect quote. So let me give a complete picture of what is quotes or what is direct quote, what is indirect quote. The first one is there are two things. One is direct quote, one more is indirect quote. The first one, direct quote. So in the direct quote, what is the meaning of direct quote? The direct quote is nothing but it indicates the number of units of home currency required to buy one unit of foreign currency. The word is missing. Be very careful. So what is direct quote? It indicates number of home currency required to buy 1 unit of foreign currency. Read carefully. Number of units of home currency for 1 unit of foreign currency. Take for example, we can take an example. India is a home country. What is the denomination? That is rupee. Rupee is a denomination. As per the direct quote, we know that India is a home country, that is denominated in the rupees form. Take for example, here what they have said, the number of units of home currency required to buy 1 unit of foreign currency is there. We know India is a home country, then we can take the US as a foreign currency, or any other currency you can take. It is not compulsory you should take the US. So as you know, $1 equals how much? 86 rupees. So as the direct quote says, it indicates number of home currency for the units currency. We can write it as rupees 86 rupees for $1. Here it indicates 86 rupees is nothing but Indian currency, $1 or $1 is USA currency. It indicates number of units of home currency for 1 units of foreign currency. So there is one more logic behind this. The thing is, here what is the fixed currency, what is the variable currency? We know 1 unit of foreign currency. To buy 1 unit of foreign currency we require home currency. Here foreign currency is nothing but the fixed currency. The home currency is nothing but the flexible currency or the changing currency we can call it as, or the variable currency we can call it as. Hope you can understand. In the direct quote it says number of units of home currency for 1 unit of foreign currency, and take for example India is a home country, US is a foreign currency, and we want to quote something and it says the number of units of home currency is for 1 unit of foreign currency. That is nothing but, under our example, US is a foreign currency, so for 1 unit of US 86 rupees we are going to pay. And there is no always compulsory that India should be the home country. Nowhere it is written that India should be the home country. Take for example, US is a home country, you can take it as. Take for example in the question US is a home country is given, or the bank is from USA. This is home country, you can call it as. One more is, you can take India as a foreign currency. India as a foreign currency. Here if you want to make the direct quote through USA, what it will make? 0.006, or you can divide it. How we are going to divide it? 1 divided by 86 rupees. We'll get, how much we'll get? 0.0116 equals rupees 1. Because in this example US is a home country, India is a foreign currency, and as per the direct quote says number of units of home currency. Here the home currency is US. Got it? Number of units of home currencies for 1 unit of foreign currency. Why India is a foreign currency? In our example, India is a foreign currency. Hope you can understand. Number of units of home country for 1 unit of foreign currency. That is direct quote. Whichever the country you take, from them if you're going to do the direct quote, it says number of units of home currency for 1 unit of foreign currency. And one more I told, here the foreign currency is fixed. Here 1 rupees is fixed, here 1 US dollar is fixed currency, because home currency will change, here the foreign currency will not change. If to buy the 1 unit of foreign currency, the number of units we are going to calculate. This home currency is nothing but, here in the direct quote, be very clear, home currency is flexible currency or the variable currency. And one more, the direct quote, foreign currency is nothing but, it is flexible currency. In the foreign currency is nothing but unit currency or fixed currency. This should be very clear. That is the direct quote. One more is indirect quote. It is very opposite to what? The direct quote. Hope you can see the sheet. So here it is very deadly opposite to this direct quote. It indicates number of units of foreign currency. In the previous one it was home currency, it was foreign currency, but now the indirect quote, number of units of foreign currency for 1 unit of home currency is there. This is one thing. So here you tell which is fixed, which is flexible. Number of units of foreign currency for 1 unit of home currency. 1 unit of home currency indicates here home currency is fixed, foreign currency is variable currency, because 1 unit of foreign currency to buy 1 unit of home currency, this flexible amount we are going to pay. Take for example, India is a home country. USA is a foreign currency, or the foreign country, you can call it as foreign country. Take for example, if you want to do the indirect quote of India, what you want to make? Number of units of foreign currency. How you are going to write? Number of units of foreign currency for 1 unit of home currency. Done. India is a home country, US is a foreign country. We want to write the quote. What we want to write? We want to write number of units of foreign currency. We has written number of units of foreign currency, because why foreign currency? Here US is a foreign currency for 1 unit of home currency. Why it is home currency? India is a home country. Why this amount? If you are having a doubt why I taken 0.0116, why I did, how it comes? 1 divided by 86 is nothing but 0.0116. Don't make confusions. How it came? In here I told how it comes. So this is direct quote. One more is the indirect quote. What is direct quote? The direct quote says, here in the picture here itself you can see what is direct quote. Direct quote indicates number of units of home currency required to buy 1 unit of foreign currency, and as I told, in the domestic currency is nothing but quoted currency or the variable currency. The foreign currency is fixed currency, because to buy 1 unit you are going to pay the certain amount. An example is also given, and this PPT is also shared in a group. Kindly study that. And one more is the indirect quote. Under the indirect quote, as I told, it indicates number of units of foreign currency that can be bought for 1 unit of home currency. Here 1 unit of home currency is nothing but fixed or unit currency. Here the foreign currency is nothing but flexible currency or the variable currency or quoted currency. So in the next video we'll come to know what are the problems comes under this chapter. Thank you.